DBS Radio. Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association expresses solidarity with Cuba over efforts to halt its medical missions. In news from the region, CARICOM arrest warrant treaty becomes law in St. Lucia. And internationally, Canada to drop many of its retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
It's in the feeling in our we talk. It's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep this going. For the people we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrating. Come let your rhythm flow.
DBS News.
Welcome back and welcome to the listeners of Acoustic Worship Radio. The Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association says it stands in solidarity with the Republic of Cuba over ongoing efforts to stop that country's medical missions to Caribbean neighbors and other countries around the world. This comes as the U.S. government has begun revoking or restricting visas for some African, Caribbean, and Brazilian officials who they allege have ties to the Cuba program that sends medical workers overseas.
We want to really express our solidarity on behalf of the Cuba Friendship Association and the Cuban Guild of Graduates. We want to express our solidarity with Cuba, especially now with that. It seemed to be a directed attack. They're attacking Cuba from all angles. Right now, they have this thing about the diplomatic, or the visas, because they create a condition that the Cubans who come here to work out of solidarity and friendship, they term it as forced labor. I mean, I just say it's ridiculous, but might is power in this world. You have the might, you have the economic power, you can create things and just push it to the other countries and force them to take a stand. But fortunately, in the Caribbean, CARICOM is taking a firm stance because CARICOM knows and the countries know the importance of the Cuban scholarship program and the Cuban contribution, especially to the health sector. So it's something we all have to understand and be in solidarity with and support whichever way we can.
President of the Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association, Dr. Damian Doblin. Meanwhile, Dr. Doblin told the 11 new recipients of the Cuban Scholarship Program to respect the Cuban culture and to make the best of the opportunity being given to them.
Basically, understanding the culture. You go into a different society, find out about the place, know the culture, and when you go there, one word in your mind, respect. Because there are certain things you see happening that you're not accustomed to, but you have to adapt to it. You have to adapt to it. So the easier you can adapt and the quicker you can adapt, much better for you. So respect is the word. Respect yourself, respect your peers, respect the ordinary workers working in we call it the comedian, that's where you're going to eat. Respect every single body because all of them playing a role in the scheme of things to ensure that you graduate. Cubans are generally just hospitable people, and so just do your best. And most important, failure is not an option. Tell yourself, from the time you leave, you're not going to come back to Dominica without whatever you're going to achieve. The little niceties that you're accustomed with, you have to adjust. Because of the hardship, there might be shortage of certain things. We have to face the reality and just adjust yourself accordingly. And stay away from social media. That thing of people want to take pictures and post any little issue. No. You have to be responsible and understand the situation, know the sacrifices, because they're tremendous sacrifice they're making to get you up there.
President of the Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association, Dr. Damian Dublin. Minister for National Security, Reuben Blackmore, says the process has begun to redirect police officers from the communities of Monrachet and Coolibistry to the Salisbury Police District. He made this announcement during a press conference this morning.
We have to continue to look at how do we do some redistricting, police redistricting, and that falls within the level of competence of whoever the minister is. And I think the time has come for us to rationalize our approach, and not rationalizing the service, but the approach to allow for better deployment and better efficiency. I can go back to the days of Somerville report, where recommendations were made to maybe collapse some police stations, some districts, into other police districts. And we're currently looking at the community of Coolibistry and Monwachet to be collapsed into the police district of Salisbury, which will mean, therefore, the officers will be transferred to the village of Salisbury, which is a very busy community. And that is not being done without meeting with the people and consulting with the people.
Minister for National Security, Reuben Blackmore. Meantime, Acting Police Chief Lincoln Corbett says the emergence of the two police districts will increase the staff complement in the Salisbury Police District.
We have the opinion that the pooling of the resources between the Coolibistry Police Station, which in effect has one man, and that of the Salisbury Police Station, I say one man because there are two men stationed at the station, two men. However, because of the need for men to go off and a break, in effect, most of the time you have only one man at the station. But with the collapsing of the two divisions, two areas, we'll have in effect 6 officers available to serve members of the public. So between Salisbury and Coolibistry, 6 officers. And the intention, therefore, is to increase the staff complement and to upgrade it to 6, as I said. That 1 sergeant, 2 corporals, and 3 constables. The intention, and we've been promised, a significant upgrade in the amount of vehicles to the police. But Salisbury will have a dedicated vehicle to service the area of Salisbury, Coolibistry, Monrachet. Dedicated vehicle.
Acting Police Chief Lincoln Corbett. Outgoing President of the Caribbean Association of Pharmacists, Kalawati Dat Singh, says advancement in technology has made the profession exciting. She spoke at the opening ceremony of the 45th Annual Conference of Caribbean Pharmacists in Dominica this week.
Several key trends are shaping the future of pharmacy, paving the way for better patient care and innovative solutions such as digital health integration, artificial intelligence in pharmacy, regulatory changes, automation, and robotics, and that's just to name a few. Pharmacists, we are at the forefront of these changes, playing an essential role in enhancing patient care, improving medication management, and ensuring the safety and efficacy of drug therapies. As the profession continues to evolve, we will be asked to adapt to new technologies, work more collaboratively with healthcare teams, and embrace their expanded roles as healthcare advocates and educators. By embracing technology, expanding clinical roles, and focusing on sustainability, pharmacies are well positioned to meet the evolving needs of patients. The future of pharmacy is bright and filled with opportunities to improve patient care.
Outgoing President of the Caribbean Association of Pharmacists, Kalawati Dat Singh. The Ray Astor Foundation is encouraging more men to join its caregiver training course as it has officially launched the 3rd installment of its caregiver training course. The 12-week program is dedicated to building skills, compassion, and resilience in those providing essential care for stroke patients. The 3rd installment continues the mission of raising the standard of care across Dominica, but with a new focus of encouraging more men to take part.
Caregiving is often seen as women's work, But in reality, it's a responsibility and skill that men can and should embrace. We've seen firsthand how male caregivers bring strength, balance, and compassion to the field. They become role models in their families and communities, breaking stereotypes while making a meaningful difference. Sometimes it may be more appropriate to have a male caregiver taking care of a male patient.
CEO of the Ray Astor Foundation, Cecilia St. Hilaire. Head of the Immigration Department, Valda Powell, says additional workstations have been added at entry borders to improve processing during peak arrival times. She referenced the successful strategy implemented during the recently held Breakfast Fest event, which saw thousands of passengers arriving in Dominica. Powell made the statement during a press conference this morning.
I would also like to highlight our upgraded border management system, which began its operation on the 1st of December 2024. This system has enhanced features and now has the capability to capture fingerprints of travelers. I say hats off to the Minister of National Security and the PS, who always ensure that we are provided with what we need. In recent time, the department has increased the number of workstations at Douglas Charles and the Roseau Ferry Terminal. In fact, we have as many as 7 stations operating sometimes. So during the peak season, at the recently Breakfast Festival, we saw the quick processing of passengers, efficient and quick processing of passengers. I was present and I can attest to that. Hats off to our efficient staff.
Head of the Immigration Department, Valda Powell. St. Lucian artist Ezra Defon Machine expressed his excitement about being selected to perform at this year's World Queer Music Festival. He will take the stage on night 3, Sunday, October 26. Ezra joined Gavin Richards this afternoon on a new program airing on DBS Radio that highlights the World Queer Music Festival.
It's an absolute blessing to get this opportunity again, considering the milestone of the festival, celebrating 25 years. It's something that I'm definitely looking forward to, not just myself, but my entire camp. The band, the Invasion Band from St. Lucia. You're going to have some artists featured as well from St. Lucia, the likes of Imran Nodi and Arthur Ale will be performing there for the first time. We had a glimpse as to not just Ezra Defon Machine, but some other St. Lucian brothers who've been doing the thing for years and making strides as well in the music. And as well, just looking forward to representing for the country. I mean, St. Lucia is very, very much familiar with this festival. And, it's always on not just my calendar and my guys, but a lot of others as well, because they're fully aware of not just what the festival brings, but what Dominica brings on the whole. You come to Dominica is a vibe. There's the rivers, there's the waterfalls, there's the food. So there's so much that Lucians can, identify with and they're familiar with when it comes to Dominica. So, it's just a matter of going out there and representing and just putting my best foot forward. And not just for Dominica, but for everybody on display, at the event. And like I said, it's a milestone. The cast is amazing. So, blessing the stage with some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry is just something I'm definitely looking forward to.
St. Lucian artist Ezra Defon Machine. Parliamentary representative of the Roseau South constituency, Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, is encouraging Dominicans to support the Fete Lakoudwe activities taking place this weekend in Bafa State. The activities will begin this evening with a game night in the community.
I want to take the opportunity to invite all the residents of Bafa State, the surrounding communities, Silver Lake, Emzal, the people from Roseau, the people from Roseau South, from all over the country to converge in Bafa State this weekend for weekend field of activities for Fete Lakoudwe. Tonight there's going to be games night at Lime Street, bingos, dominoes, just name it. Lots of food and drinks. Also by Maya Bar, we have DJ MJ playing there tonight. Tomorrow you will have the Bouillon by the river at Obsession, and then Sunday morning we'll have the grand finale, which is the Juve morning, and a lot of people are looking forward to that, to the Song of the Lapo Cabaret from 4 o'clock. And then you have the Triple K Band and other artists, Kenny G, you have Win Chi, and other local Buyo acts that will be performing on the streets of Baffin State.
Parliamentary representative of the Roseau South constituency, Shakira Lokat Hippolyte. That's the national focus, regional and international developments up next.
It's in the feeling in our we talk. It's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things going. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
DBS News.
In news from the region, with resounding ayes, the Senate of St. Lucia has passed the CARICOM arrest warrant treaty bill on August 21st. The legislation, which will now become law, gives domestic effect to the treaty that St. Lucia signed in 2017, which aims to establish a regional system for the arrest and surrender of persons requested by other countries. Officials say St. Lucia is now positioned to work more seamlessly with regional partners in apprehending fugitives, ensuring swifter justice across CARICOM, and closing gaps that once allowed offenders to evade prosecution or sentencing. And internationally, Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney said his country will drop some of its billions of dollars in retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods, though it will keep levies on autos, steel, and aluminum. It comes a day after he and President Donald Trump spoke over the phone for the first time since the two countries missed a self-imposed deadline to reach a trade agreement. Canada had placed a 25% levy on about $30 billion worth of U.S. goods on an array of products including orange juice and washing machines. The tax hike was in retaliation to U.S. tariffs on Canada. That's news, the DBS Evening Sports Report. Up next.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Flow's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or larger. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial *129# or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
Welcome to the DBS Evening Sports Report. The national under-15 girls football team is just one win away from capturing the CFU under-14 girls challenge in Trinidad. This as the national team beat Suriname in the semi-finals Friday afternoon to advance to the finals. Dominica came from a goal down to win 2-1. Brianna Briggs continued with her hot form, getting the equalizer for Dominica in the 57th minute, and then Kaylee Jajak got the go-ahead goal 2 minutes later to secure their final spot in the finals. Here is the girls under-14 head coach, Rosilia Regis.
What is it that you said to the players at halftime?
Okay, we just told them that, hey, we're still in the game. It's just 1-0, and we had chances. So all we have to do is capitalize, and we're going to bring our trump card. We know that they can't handle her. Nobody can handle her. So we just brought her in and let her do her thing. That's all.
And 10 minutes into the second half, you switched it from the left to the right. What made you make that decision?
Well, we realized where the weak area is, and we wanted to exploit that. And we've been looking at how they have been playing, and that player, number 3, just stood out. So I just say, hey, switch over and just take her on. And there it was.
Girls under 14 head coach Rosilia Regis. Dominica will play the Dominican Republic in the finals on Sunday. Head coach of the Belfast Estate Maho Soccer Strikers, Kenneth Esprit, has praised his club's commitment to hard work as one of the reasons for their success this season in the DFA Premier League. The Soccer Strikers have secured a second-place finish in the DFA Premier League. Maho ended the season in second place with 37 points, with 11 wins, 4 draws, and 3 defeats.
The first thing was the mindset of the players and the determination, and then we made some tactical changes as to the structure in which we play. So that among to the big turnaround in the attitude and the way that we approach the game this year.
All right, and Kenneth, the history of the Mao Soccer Strikers, I know once upon a time, there were some serious concerns at the club. How did you sort of get the guys to buy into the plans that you would have had for the team and to see them almost champions this year?
Well, it was a collective effort, from all aspects, because our executive play a crucial role, in ensuring that we speak to the rights of the people. For example, just this week there we had a session with Mr. Guy, who is a psychologist, to help us deal with adversaries, to help us deal to tell us how to deal with the psychological aspect of sports and so forth. So that just shows it's a holistic approach from our club, and not just me, but our executive and our sponsor to play a significant role in us being able to deliver this year.
Head coach of the Belfast Estate Maho Soccer Strikers, Kenneth Esprit. Jason Holder put in an all-round shift to lead the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to a victory over the Barbados Royals, putting an end to their 3-match losing streak as the Republic Bank CPL continued last night in St. Kitts. The Patriots made 174 for 8 batting first. Kyle Mayers hit 42, Jason Holder 38. Raymond Simmons picked up 3 for 26 for Barbados. Barbados, needing 175, could only get 162. Kedim Allen made 42. Jason Holder picked up 4 for 14 and was named man of the match. The CPL action will continue tonight with the Guyana Amazon Warriors taking on the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. That game gets underway at 7 p.m. Zach Baster scored 32 points and Yawani Regis had 29 as the Dr. Darrow Pishley Sports Club Falcons blew past the defending DABA Division 1 champs, the Detroit Blazers, as the DABA Division 1 League continued last night at the Massac Indoor Facility. Falcons took the match 99-65. In the other game last night, the Dennis Charles Pemberton Seahawk blew out the Kinfield Tigers 83-44. Kelly McPherson scored a game-high 30 points. Basketball action continues tonight with the Perky's Pizza 767 Sports Club Young Ballers taking on the West Coast Credit Union Real-Time Ballers at 7 p.m. in the Division 1 League. And at 9 p.m. it's the defending champs Detroit Blazers up against the Police Sports Club. In other sports this evening, national shot putter Trennis Hamilton says while it was not her best throw for the season, she is still proud to have won the gold medal at the Pan Am Junior Games in Paraguay. Hamilton made light work out of the field on her way to securing Dominica's only medal. She won the competition with a throw of 17.21 meters. Liv Sands of Canada was a distant second at 16.46 meters, and Belsi Quinones of Ecuador was third with a throw of 16.40 meters.
I mean, I've always been hard on myself. I definitely always want to do more. I want to do better every single time. I want to, be the best that I've ever been. But right now, my best was 17:21. A lot of centimeters above. The only person to throw 17 for the entire competition. So, I mean, despite it all, I have to be grateful for the small wins. Well, this one is a big win, but I definitely have to be grateful for how far I've came, because at the last junior Pan American Games, I came 6 with 14 meters. So the fact that I threw a whole 3 meters improvement from what I was doing at the last games, I mean, to God be the glory.
And this is your last junior game. What is up next for Trinity Hamilton?
Oh, we're definitely working towards the Olympics. All the competitions between that Commonwealth, the senior Pan Americans, because we got our tickets. And honestly, every single small meet that I can go to, any meet that I get to represent Dominica will be enough for me, and I will definitely represent Dominica to the best of my abilities and with all my heart going forward.
Any words for what you're happy to Dominica?
Y'all can do this. Y'all definitely can do this. Doesn't matter where you start, what age you start, with who you start. Once you believe in yourself, you have your support system, and you put 110% of your energy into every single thing that you do, you will definitely even reach further than you even expected, because no one knows the future. As long as you commit to your present, you will write your own future. So, just keep it pushing.
Pan Am Junior Games gold medalist Trennis Hamilton. Meantime, President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove, says this is another proud moment for Dominica on the international scene.
I want to say how elated I am at Trennis's performance yesterday in Paraguay. She has worked very hard. She is a very determined young lady. And we had a discussion yesterday morning before she competed. And she told us in no uncertain terms, Mr. Doctor, I do not want bronze or silver. I want the gold. So I told her, well, Trennis, you have the ability, you have the potential, you have the drive, you have the will to win. So go ahead and do it. And when Trennis, made that throw, we were all right on the fence, right behind her, and we just all hugged each other, leapt in the air, waved the Dominican flag. We were so happy.
President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove. President of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams, says Trennis' progress has been amazing so far.
As you have seen, Trennis commanded that gold medal. From the beginning of the competition, and she led from the front all the way to her last throw, launching a 17.21 meter throw. Trennis is an amazing athlete who moved up the ranks all the way from Caribbean Games, winning bronze, silver, gold, and now going on to her senior career, where she's vying to meet the standards for the World Championships, Commonwealth Games, and the Olympics in 2028. I must say we are indeed proud of Trennis and her accomplishments along that journey, and we will continue to support her alongside the Dominica Olympic Committee, because Trennis is one of our stars and we will see a bright future.
President of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams. That's how we end the DBS Evening Sports Report and the news. On behalf of the News and Sports Departments and our link person, DJ Halo Boy, I am Leila Langford saying good evening.
It's in the feeling in our we talk. It's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are, 'cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong, no matter what, we keep things going. For the people we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky, celebrating. Come let your rhythm flow.
And now, your community bulletin board.
Good evening and welcome to the evening edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We head straight into this evening's edition of the general announcement. It is the 22nd day of August 2025. This announcement for you: the public is informed of road closure for blasting operations at the quarry site in Crapo Hall, Marigot on Monday, the 25th of August from 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. We've come to the end of this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. Thank you very much for joining us. The next edition will be tomorrow morning from approximately 7:40 a.m. with the morning edition of the DBS Radio General Announcements. Don't forget to hear your announcements on DBS Radio, the nation station. Come into the sales and marketing team's office Mondays through Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also, you can give us a call at 448-3282, 448-3283. And of course, you can also shoot us an email with your announcements. Once again, the DBS Radio email to shoot us to book your announcements is traffic@dbcradio.net. Once again, traffic@dbcradio.net. Hoping that you guys have had a wonderful afternoon with us right here on your nation station, DBS Radio. And of course, not too long from now, Ambassador Leroy Prince Wadix Charles comes through right here on your nation station, DBS Radio. It is Hit Powered Creole tonight. And of course, keeping up with a little bit of the tempo. So here we go.
Bien souvent maintenant, je ne peux dormir le soir. Parce que mes amis, bagaille doit quand oui vraiment. Hier j'ai donné en banane en madame moi. Madame là, il prend pleurer, pas sans manger, bagaille ça là. Ça au télé, j'ai demandé. Dis-moi pour me chercher. J'ai dans ma go. Yes you coco. Dans les bonnes années, rien pas de mauvais avec nous. Et maintenant ma peine, vous dites je suis toujours sous. Et la banane sans manger, qu'a toujours satisfait. Et madame là, tombez pas tête, qu'a dit comment, il est malheur. Sans déplaire, j'ai demandé. Dis-moi pour me chercher. J'ai dans le mango. Yes you coco. Ah ouais? Et dans sa affection. Je ne peux dormir le soir parce que mes amis bagaille doit quand oui vraiment à 6h du matin pas d'enlever bien soudain et demander pour quitter moi parce que tout méchant ça plaît j'ai demandé dis-moi pour me chercher j'ai dans le go parce que j'ai dans j'ai mango. J'ai dans ma gorge, sans télé, et j'ai demandé, dis-moi d'aller chercher.